Good morning. The Saints man is back. Had his holiday. Seems an age ago now. Fantastic week away in the Lake District. Weather was okay. It was dry. It wasn't warm. 17 to 19. Didn't stop everyone going in the lakes, paddle boarding. I'm too old for things like that. Tell you, bloody hell, I was knackered. Uh, yep. So last week, yeah, I didn't work Monday and Tuesday. Monday, I got a few jobs to do on my own, which needed to be done and got done. And the van was serviced, full service on it Tuesday. It had an oil change about 8,000 miles ago, but it was due a service. It says 20,000, but I had it done at 16,000. So all good. Van's Darren mechanic says it's running sweet and there's nothing wrong with it. So it keeps going. Anyway, I had my worst day ever on the CX on Wednesday. Ever. I the grand total of 35 quid. And there was reasons I couldn't start early, so I couldn't do subcontract work. Although to be fair, there wasn't any on the Tuesday, so I wouldn't have got any anyway. But I couldn't start until after 10 o'clock. So I started checking the feed at about quarter to 10, 10 o'clock, and I had to stay local as well. I need to get back. So I was restricted in a way, and I weren't really fussed into it. I was just getting back to work, and I took a job from Northampton to Bedford, 20 mile, and I put 35 and got it. And it was the 11 o'clock pickup, and I was done by 1 o'clock. I'd finished the job by 12, um, and I hung around Bedford for a little bit. And there was a couple of jobs. There was nothing local. I wanted something back to Northampton or back to Leicester, a push, Coventry, Rugby, Milton Keynes, somewhere local. It didn't happen. There was one up to Liverpool from Bedford, and there was one down to London. And I thought, you know what, bollocks, just gonna go home. So I did. 35 quid one day. Hey, that's the ups and downs. That is how it works. If you can't get out early, or you can't do summer early, and you want to get back, if you're restricted. But hey, it works out. Funny enough, it worked out about 90 pence, so 85, 90p a mile, all in. Um, but yeah, so did 2.25 hours Wednesday, and then I was available Thursday and Friday, no restrictions. And I got subcontract work Thursday, 5 o'clock start. Did 3 drops down to Colchester area, Ipswich area, around there, and then I managed to get a job from Brockley, which near Bury St Edmunds, south of Bury St Edmunds, up to Hemel Hempstead, which paid well, put me over target for the day, and I was done by 2:15. So I started at 5, I did 9.25 hours, and I was over target. So good day. And Friday, another good day. I did subcontract work again, 5 o'clock start. Same sort of areas, Essex areas. I did 3 drops, and then I managed to get a job. I was done by 9 o'clock, and I managed to get a job from near Colchester. I think it was Tiptree. Is that the right name? Well, it was near Colchester anyway. We weren't far from Colchester. Tiptree, I think it was. And I got a job to Banbury, which is really good for me because I'm looking for a job home or within 50-mile radius, and Banbury is 35 miles from home. So I got well paid going down, well paid coming back. I was surprised I got this job at the rate. This was a CX job coming back, and I was surprised I got the rate. I almost got £1 a mile for it. So yeah, happy with that. And it got me to Banbury, and I drove home. Again, I was finished at 3:30. So I did a longer day, did 10.5 hours, but really good pay for that day. So them 2 days really bailed me out of Wednesday's 35 quid. So that was it. That was the week. My total mileage was 680. My duty time was 23 hours. I did 17 hours driving, and my money was 528 plus VAT brings it at 633. You give the VAT man his 10%, and it comes out at 570 over 3 days, which works out at £190 a day. So even with a £35 crap day, the last 2 days made up the money, really. So happy with that. My pence per mile was 83p per mile, every single mile I did from home to home. It's a good week. Yeah, it was all right. Um, Again, the guys I'm subcontracting from, they don't have no work on Mondays. Very little work on Mondays. It's a Tuesday to Friday. They have still they could not have work, but they have been providing me with work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is fantastic. But they don't Monday, and I haven't got nothing booked in tomorrow, so it could be another record-breaking day for low pay. We'll see. I did quote on a couple of jobs for tomorrow on Friday, and didn't get them, and the rate must be lowered even more. I don't know what it's like at the moment, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Uh, it's Sunday morning at the moment. It's 9 o'clock. Don't know when this will go out, but yeah, all in all, a good time. Brilliant holiday. That's me now done. I've got the odd day here and there. Like we've got a bank holiday coming up. Week after next, is it? Let's have a look. Yep, the 26th. So we've got a full week next week, and then we've got a 4 day week. And there's one day after that on the next week. I've got to have the Monday off. I've got something on then. And yeah, we should be okay. We are getting into the stage now which September's getting out of the way, where does the work increase or decrease? But you're getting them horrible. October, November is my two least favourite months. November probably more than October because it's dark in the mornings, it's dark at night when you get home, and it's normally shit weather. So yeah, my worst two months really. Hope you all have a good time. Hope you've done well the last couple of weeks. I, I was contemplating with a van what to do. It's 138,000, and the resale price on it is shite, absolutely shit. And the van's running sweet as a nut. Yes, I'm going to have issues with it because the mileage, as in things will probably start to deteriorate. But at the moment, it's last service, and the mechanic says it's going sweet. He says, so why give a van away even though it's done a lot of mileage and buy one? Because the second-hand market for low mileage vans, when I mean that, I mean I'm looking for a van. I was contemplating looking for a van under 40,000 miles, uh, and I've looked at two or three, and they're 14 grand, 15 grand. You know, for a decent one, for a decent one. Uh, what I mean by that is clean. Something that looks as though it's been looked after. You can buy stuff that's, you know, fitters have had that are absolutely trash the back, and the front seats are all knackered and everything, and they get them for sort of 13 grand. But I don't, that doesn't rock my boat. So we're gonna hang on to Olive, the little Fiat Doblo, for a little bit longer and see how it goes. It gets to a certain stage with a van that if you keep running it, it doesn't depreciate anymore. It'll get, it's high mileage now, so it's at a low price now, and in a year's time, it won't depreciate as greatly as much as a newer van. It'll just depreciate 400 quid, 500 quid. So it's Euro 6, it's an L2, and at the moment, I thought I needed a bigger van because there was some that may be coming up that required some that had two pallets. But that's on the back burner now, and I don't think that's going to happen. It was sort of, an inquiry, but it was a tentative inquiry, and I don't think that it will happen. So I'm quite happy to stick with what I've got at the minute. Like I say, hope you're doing well. Hope you're making money, keeping it short, hopefully, and speak next week. Cheers.